Hi everyone and welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at Domino from the Marvel Legends Sasquatch Build-A-Figure wave, or otherwise known as the Deadpool wave. Or at least one of many anyway. So as you can see, it does come with one of the arms for the Build-A-Figure, and if we bring it round to the back of the box, you can see everything else in the wave and the Build-A-Figure there itself. We'll get through all of it and do comparisons of other alternate figures, other variants of those that I already have. But anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box and take a closer look. And here's Domino out of the packaging, and looking past those bright purple guns, then yes, this figure does look pretty damn awesome at first glance, but there are a few things quality control wise with the paint that I feel should be addressed. But the guns, to start out with, we do get just these two accessories, so no other alternate heads or hands or anything like that, and I find that perfectly fine. The weapons themselves, if you really don't like the purple, you can always just repaint them. But honestly, I really do like them. Yes, I would have preferred it's black or silver or something else, but they do look pretty great anyway. It's a deep purple. It looks pretty metallic, although it does not have that kind of, speckled metallic Marvel Legends paint job look, and it does look really good. And the design of the weapons, you could see this being used for a ton of other characters, Cables and Deadpools, and maybe other future characters, maybe some Hydra and stuff like that. So I can definitely see them reusing this many times in the future. Fits in the figure's hands very well. The figure does have two trigger finger hands, and on this side here you see kind of like the pistol variant of it. Very ergonomic. You got the thin grip, which obviously really helps with these smaller hands from Marvel Legends. You're not going to kind of warp the fingers or anything. It's just something you got to kind of get used to, I guess, with a lot of figures these days, having to use bright colors and stuff like that. But I don't think that is a killer of this figure at all, and I mean, who knows, it might actually be pretty accurate to what she uses, and if so, then there you go. But onto the figure itself, the main event, obviously predominantly black. These knee pads, I don't know, they look kind of familiar to me. That I feel like they've been reused on something else, but I'm not massively sure. I think this might be the first time that we've seen these lower shin pieces. They look amazing. You can see bits of wear and tear on them as well. That's awesome. And you got the clasps here. They're not actually painted, but they are molded in, so that is very nice. Now we do have this loose-fitting belt, so we have a molded-in belt, and then this loose-fitting belt, which is meant to just rest to the side just like that, but you can have it sitting however you wish. I think it looks very good. Up to the body here, you can start to see some of the paint issues. We have some white there on the chest. On the fingers, on this side, we have, just the where it sprays. It's kind of hard to get to focus on something as so small as the hands, but you can see that on those fingers, it's basically just not really super sharp there with the paint. Over on this side, basically the fingerless gloves are meant to come up to the last knuckle, or the first knuckle, however you want to say it, but right to the tip of the finger. And on this side, you can quite clearly see that it's way off. Like, it needs to come all the way up to here, and it stops down here. So not only is the paint not sharp, it's just not there where it should be. We do have this shoulder harness up here, which looks very good, although you cannot store any of the weapons. You could maybe, just kind of squeeze them in there or something, but there's no designed holster or anything. The paintwork up here on the upper part of the torso is very clean, though. And so is the head. Those lips are fantastic. There is actually a very dark shade of blue there. I really love that touch, and they're painted well, and so is that circle on her eye, which is obviously the thing that distinguishes her as Domino, and I'm glad that is very good. The hair sculpt is a really nice one, besides the fact that we actually get a seam line right down the front right here. If we get a seam line anywhere, I would have preferred it to be along the back somewhere, or maybe in between some of the layers of the hair, or maybe across this, the parting at the top or something, but not just directly right at the front. She also does have blue eyes there as well, matching those lips. So overall, paint-wise, in some areas is a little bit sloppy, but because the hands are so small, and obviously if you put the guns in the hands, you don't really notice any of that at all. And then as for the head, it just kind of pulls you away, it draws you away from any kind of paint issues, because it just looks so fantastic. Now, as for the figure's articulation, that's great too. The ball joint on the head along with that hinge allows for some fantastic up and down movement, and then you've got left and right and some pivoting side to side there as well. Really fantastic. Shoulders come all the way out to the side and rotate all the way around. You've got the rotation and the hinged elbows, as well as the rotation and hinged wrists. This one goes in and out, and this one, yep, this one goes up and down. So then at the torso here, you have the ball joint, which goes all the way around, which is fantastic, obviously meaning you can also rotate left and right and crunch forward and back really, really well from that joint. The belt does not hinder articulation, because obviously it's a free floating belt, so that's fantastic. The hips move all the way out to the side, forward and back, rotation at the upper part of the thigh. You have some double jointed knees. The feet do move all the way up and down, which is fantastic. A lot of the time when you get any kind of shin armor, it can stop the boot, but no, this can go up and down just fine. And then you have the ankle pivot as well. Again, not hindered by those shin guards there, so that is fantastic. Now, this is the first Domino figure we've had for a long, long time. I believe it's only the second Marvel Legends Domino, and the other one may have been Toys R Us exclusive or something like that back in the day. So this is going to be most people's first 6-inch scale Marvel Legends Domino, and I have to say, it does not disappoint. It's fantastic. I love the choice of Domino that they went for, and it looks great. It comes with weapons, and I think it is a very iconic and striking figure, albeit being predominantly black and white. It looks fantastic. It should definitely be part of your collection. Just bear in mind that, you know, sometimes the paint might not be absolutely perfect. Just noticing now as well, there is a little bit of white on the top of the collar just there as well, but again, that's on the back. You're not really going to see that, but bear that in mind. But otherwise, it's a fantastic figure. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more from me, there's some links to my social media in the description below and some videos on the screen right now. And as always, for more Marvel Legends, go ahead and subscribe. I'll be pumping videos out like crazy from now on. I've got roughly 5 waves of Marvel Legends to review within the next few weeks before the new waves start coming out. And I've also got a ton of older Toy Biz stuff too. So stay tuned to the channel. It's going to get crazy around here. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.